well, we were seeing the results of the survey. At least yung approval ratings for BBM and VP Sara, nasa 2 percentage points yung galaw eh. One up, one down. Pero yung margin of error is also 2 percentage points, 2% eh. So does that mean that statistically at least, hindi significant yung difference o yung change from the last survey?
Yes. The difference is not statistically significant.
Yeah. I think that's curious for a lot of people kasi ang dami nangyari, ma'am, in the last 6 months or the first half of the year as far as the Duterte family and the Marcos families are concerned. So hindi po nagre-reflect, so at least by looking at the numbers, parang hindi nagre-reflect yung mga nangyari, yung impact nangyari dun sa sa survey.
Tsaka, di ba, Dr. Tabunda, nangyari yung fieldwork before yung resignation ni Vice President Sara sa official family as Secretary of DepEd?
I think so, yes.
So, ma'am, yes, bakit walang major movement in the numbers despite everything that happened since January this year in our political life?
Nagtawagan ng pangalan.
The events that happened are not considered relevant to the performance of the officials, but that could be the reason.
Well, ma'am, we also asked that
Hindi
kasi,
ba
for example,
nag-resign siya, no? June 19? Hindi ba nag-resign siya ng 19? Kaya she gave herself 1 month.
Ba?
well, effective July 19, so 1 month.
July, 1 month eh, oo. So, nangyari na yan during the survey period, yung resignation niya?
It's in the na-catch ng survey period. Survey period was from June 17 to 24.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Bunda, is it also
nakapag-resign na siya
possible
nun,
that...
actually, that period.
Okay, Mr. Bunda, is it also possible na by this survey period, medyo sanay na yung mga tao sa nag-aaway yung dalawa o malamig na yung ugnayan at relasyon ng dalawa? The Vice President, the Dutertes, and the Marcoses.
Mukhang they're quite aware of it and it's not affecting the performance ratings.
O kaya ma'am, naglinyahan na yung mga tao.
Matagal na.
Oo,
Matagal
even
na.
before yung bakbakan this January, beginning ng January, kung saan nagtawagan sila ng pangalan eh, at least yung dalawang pamilya, naglinyahan na yung mga tao kung anong preference nila at wala masyadong pinagbago sa opinion.
Oo. Kaya walang pinagbago.
Or may isa pang teorya, Mr. Bunda, na kasi medyo tahimik yung tatay ni VP nung panahon na yan eh. Well, he's been quiet for the past few weeks actually. At merong mga ibang nagsasabi, actually, he was the one who, he and his sons were bringing down the ratings of the VP earlier, yung previews. Pero ngayon, medyo tahimik sila. You think that was a factor as well na nag-improve actually yung ratings ni VP?
Well, the ratings of VP Duterte have not moved from the previous round in March. So, it doesn't seem to be a factor na tumahimik yung father niya at saka yung brothers niya.
Okay, Mr. Bunda, I wonder if usually when Pulse Asia does surveys like this, kompleto ho to, no? Nandyan yung performance ratings ng mga incumbent officials. We just saw a week ago yung senatorial rankings for the coming elections. Do we have anything by way of, in this survey, by way of presidential surveys?
No, we don't have results on presidential surveys that we can share.
You mean to say Pulse Asia did not conduct a presidential survey for this period?
No, we did not. We don't have our own question on a presidential survey.
Okay. Is it because it's too early or is it because it's too early? Maaga pa?
Yes, it's too early. Presidential elections is in 2028.
Okay. Is it possible na may nag-commission at may rider question regarding the presidential survey doon, Ms. Tabunda?
We have had prior questions, na rider questions, and we're not free to divulge the
Ayun.
results.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Tayo.
May confidentiality pa.
Dito papasok si Head na tayo lang naman.
Tayo lang naman. Ma'am, wala namang nanonood sa atin eh. Yeah. But we do understand, may confidentiality clause yan eh, until may approval from that's the way to release.
So there was a presidential survey conducted, ma'am. But you're just not...
it was just a part of the regular survey.
Right.
May rider question lang. It's just a rider question.
Okay, and those
But
rider...
because it's embargoed, we cannot release the results.
And those rider questions are usually commissioned.
Yes.
Was there a list given to the respondents of names, Ms. Tabunda?
Yes, a list of names was given.
Sino kayo? Mga pangalan. Ito ako lang pinahihirapan.
Kaya mo yan, Bok.
Okay, sige.
Kaya mo yan.
Iniwan ko na nga doon.
Pinapatanong po ni Ronald yan kung sino-sino na yung mga pangalan doon.
Ma'am, kahit clue lang daw.
First letter.
Ilang syllables.
Ang magre-release niyan, either yung nag-commission o yung nag-top.
Yeah, it's usually that way naman eh. Yung commission.
First letter, how many syllables?
Ma'am, sige ma'am. Let's go back to BBM and VP Sara Duterte. Talk to us about the trust ratings. I think si Sara stayed at, at 71 unchanged dun sa kanyang trust ratings. But si BBM may galaw.
The movement in President Marcos trust ratings is still within the error margin. Slightly above the error margin. So may decline ng 5 percentage points.
Yeah, that's 5 percentage points eh.
Decline.
Decline from 57 to 52
That's fine.
from March to June. 5 percentage
Pero
points.
Dr. Tabunda, ito ba ay nakalink doon sa ibang aspeto ng inyong survey? Yung mga concerns ng mga tao ay inflation, especially food inflation, wages, employment, at saka corruption, yung top 4. Yung ba ay tingin nyo may relasyon doon sa medyo pagbaba?
Baka hindi. Kasi matagal ng concern ng controlling inflation, matagal ng concern ng wages. So baka hindi.
So ano kaya ang dahilan nun? Kasi medyo significant din naman yung 5%, no? Ano kayang dahilan ng pag-slide? Well, it's a slip. Ano kayang dahilan nun?
Well, normal naman na habang tumatagal sa posisyon, lalo na yung pagka-presidente, it's normal that we see slides in their performance and trust ratings through time.
Ms.
It's
Tabunda.
hard to keep hold.
Okay, Ms. Tabunda,
Yes.
52%. Is this net or is this a net number? And how would you?
No, it's not. It's not a net.
Okay, and how would you?
It's not a net number.
How would you describe this performance? I understand in some surveys they would classify things as depending on the number as very good, good, or satisfactory. How would you classify these numbers at 52%?
I would think this would be satisfactory.
So mas pasangawa, parang ganun, ano? Parang ganun po, no? Pasangawa.
Kasi 50 something eh.
Hindi naman. At least majority. It's still majority. Approval is still majority trust.
Okay.
Pero saan ba nang galing? Ibig sabihin, saan nagsimula? After the election in 2022. Medyo mataas, di ba? Around 80? Around 80%? So medyo
I think, yeah.
from 2 years hanggang ngayon, medyo substantial.
By around 30 or a little more less than 30%.
Yes.
Yes. But a factor that can be considered there is the fact that President Duterte has been speaking against President Marcos. That's a factor, and you can see the effect of that, especially in the slide in the numbers in Mindanao.
Oh, okay. So if you break it down according to region, Mindanao saw the biggest decline. By what number po, Ms. Tabunda?
not hindi nag-decline sa Mindanao in this previous round, but you can see that he has lowest, for example, his
Yeah.
trust in Mindanao is 35%, while his trust in the other geographic areas, NCR, Luzon, Visayas, ranges from 54 to 59%. So we can see the effect of former President Duterte's attacks on President Marcos,
Okay.
especially in Mindanao.
Okay.
Well, Sara Duterte's trust ratings in Mindanao nasa 95%. That's a pretty huge chunk. Not just a chunk,
Yeah.
it's almost all of it. Ma'am, how does that compare? I'm sorry, I don't have pala the previous survey, the trust survey for Sara Duterte in Mindanao. Bumaba ba yung 95, bumaba ba to 95% or tumaas?
It's the same.
It's the same.
It was 95% also in March 2024,
Okay.
yes. It's
Okay.
the same.
Unchanged.
In Mindanao, ha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In Mindanao alone.
Unchanged.
Sa Metro Manila po, was there any movement for Sara's trust ratings in Metro Manila? It's now at 60% eh.
No.
Wala rin.
Yes. No, there's no movement. 66. No, that's not significant. The movement is not significant.
Okay, 71% trust rating for VP Sara Duterte. If 52 is satisfactory, 71% is what, Ms. Tabunda?
Pardon, what's the question?
The 71%
Pardon,
trust
what is the
rating.
question?
The 71% trust rating of VP Sara Duterte, that would be described as satisfactory, good, very good, or excellent.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, night. Okay, at 71.
Ms. Abunda, you mentioned na normal naman sa mga presidente to see their numbers slide, no? Kaya lang ang taas nga kasi ng umpisa ni BBM from 2022 compared to, would you have a comparison, halimbawa with Rodrigo Duterte, who also started out very popular, and in fact, he retired still popular, and with Noynoy as well, napakataas din ng mga ratings niya. Anong comparison into their third year, entering their third year?
Mas comparable kay Noynoy ang performance at trust ni Bongbong kesa kay President Duterte, kasi President Duterte maintained high performance and trust
Yes.
ratings throughout most of his administration. So the results for Bongbong Marcos and Noynoy Aquino are more comparable.
Okay, thank you for joining the Storycon, Dr. Ana Tabunda, Pulse
thank you.
Asia
Maraming
Research
salamat po.
Director.
Thank you.
Salamat po, Doktor.
Thank you. Thank you.